So, one of your Christmas presents came.
Oh my God.
Are you excited?
I am so...
It's fucking the end of October. Already got a Christmas present.
All my Christmas shopping is done.
Mine too, actually.
Like, I did everything except one thing that I have to go physically to a store and get, but...
Yes.
Otherwise, I'm done.
Welcome to the Gemini Archives.
Welcome to the Gemini Archives.
Spoopy episode!
Yay! And apparently we're also very timely and responsible.
Yeah.
Yay, it's the spoop. Well, part 2 spoop, technically.
Yes.
But even more spoop this time.
So much spoop.
Oh, it's gonna get spoopy, all right.
Because we did a ghost story episode before.
Yes.
And it was just like, oh, I mean, that's a cool, creepy thing that happened. But this is going to get, like, real.
Yeah.
Like, some of our friends know about this stuff, but a lot of people don't know the extent of the paranormal stuff we've been through.
It's pretty heavy. Kind of intense. Like really intense.
Like, heavier than whale dick.
Have you seen a whale dick? They have dicks. That's the stupidest thing I've ever said.
I'm going to look up what it looks like.
Oh, God. I don't want to see a dick.
Watch it just look like a Pringles can.
Can I just tell you what happened to me a few days ago, speaking of dicks?
Sure.
I didn't realize on Instagram that there was a section for message requests.
Oh, yeah.
So it's basically like people who you don't follow or like whatever. Like when they message you, that's where it goes.
Uh-huh.
So it's like your other inbox on Facebook or something. I made the mistake. I saw it and I'm like, huh, I have like 70 requests. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Well, it was like a dick farm.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, I swear to God, Lauren, like 7 dicks. 7. And I'm just like, when has this ever worked?
I know.
If you're a male, particularly, someone that owns a penis, could you, like, just hit us up and let us know if you've ever, like, had an instance where you sent your dick to someone and they were like, you know what? I just knew he was the one. Can you please? Because I want to meet this person. More particularly, I want to...
love at first stick.
Yeah, love at first stick. More particularly, I want to meet the chick that actually went, huh, he seems like a nice guy.
Yeah.
Just judge him based on his balls or whatever. Like,
yeah.
What the fuck?
I found a whale penis.
Whoa.
First of all, it is like as tall as I am. The penis. Second of all, it looks like a spear. Like,
wait, let me see this picture.
It's like thin pencil dick.
It looks like
it's like 5 to 6 feet long.
If you ever see like a Harry Potter wand, imagine it, but like 6 feet tall.
That's what it looks like.
Oh my God.
It's a dried blue whale penis. It's mounted on a wall. You can hang coats on this.
Lord, where would you even put something where you have 6 feet of walking room?
I don't know. I mean, this is it coming out the water. Hold on. Come on.
What the fuck?
Look at it. It's like a fucking...
That's the dick?
That's the tip.
It looks like a giant tongue.
I know, that's what I was gonna say.
Honestly, that penis is way more appealing than some of the ones sitting in my inbox right now. Actually, I deleted them all. I don't have them sitting there. But one was so sad looking. I was just like...
Ooh, was it like a mini hard dick?
No, it wasn't even... It just looked sad. Like, it just looked like...
Did it need to be fluffed?
It looked like Eeyore. You know what I mean? Just like depressed. Just like, oh... You know, like, I'm like, hey, buddy, what's going on, you know?
Hey, buddy. Just put a hat on it. Does that make you feel better?
Huh? You want to go get some ice cream, bud?
It's still one of the funniest pictures I've ever gotten in my life. A guy sent me a picture of his dick. And, I mean, to be fair, nice dick. But it had a football helmet on the helmet. I still have that picture because I think it's the funniest thing I've ever gotten. I don't know if he listens to this podcast, but in case you do, I still have that picture.
This is our spoopy episode. We're talking about the creepiest thing of all.
Unsolicited dick pics.
Oh my God. But yeah, that was me the other day. I accidentally opened that and it was like, boom, it was like a dick farm.
Dick Farm Donnie all in there.
Yep. Oh, it was bad. I was like, God help me.
That would have been funny if one of their names were Donnie. That you could just call him Dick Farm Donnie.
Here at the Gemini Archives, we are very accepting of everyone's genitalia and sexuality. But please don't send unsolicited nudes of yourself to someone else. Thank you.
Even if I got titty pictures, I would still react the same way.
I don't know. Yeah, probably.
Well, granted, I love a good titty. But
don't
like,
we all?
But like, I don't know. If I didn't ask for pictures of your parts, please don't send them to me.
Lauren. Oh my God. I know, it's true. Like, even I would be like, huh. I mean, it's different. Usually it's like the male gender.
Yeah.
But like,
it's always the male gender. I've never gotten a titty picture in my life.
I mean, I have, but I also, anyway.
Yes.
We're not going to get into that. Sorry, Dad. You can't listen to this episode either.
Well, not this part.
Not this part. Oh, God.
He hasn't even caught up yet.
I know.
He listened to our first episode.
Like a lot of people.
Yeah.
But it's fine. We love you anyway. If you've listened to even 2 seconds of our podcast, we love you.
Yes.
Thank you.
I mean, you could listen to more because there's usually an hour's worth of stuff to listen to, but I mean, we still love you anyways.
But I also understand like how involved podcasts are, and you need to like, oh God, you need to
you have to plan your day out around a podcast.
Yeah, unless you're like doing something, like if you're at work and you need like to listen to something, like if you drive or something.
I was gonna say like truck drivers are usually people going like long drives.
Yeah, they're usually the ones
long
that like
commutes.
listen. Yeah. Long commutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so aside from the dicks,
yeah,
we're gonna talk about some spoopy stuff.
So much spoop.
I'm so excited.
I am too.
We've been dying to do this since we did the first part.
I know. We're like, no, we gotta wait till Halloween.
We gotta wait. Halloween's in a few days. I'm excited.
Couple days. It's the 29th today.
Oh my God.
So we're recording this a couple days early, but it'll come out
on actual Halloween.
On Halloween.
I actually fully watched Hocus Pocus for the first time a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen Hocus Pocus, but I always, like, seem to miss, like, the very beginning. I've never seen the beginning of that movie.
I've seen the whole movie, like, 7,000 times.
I've never seen the beginning. I only start when they're, like, in the classroom, and he's like, what the fuck are witches? Or whatever the hell he says, you know? Like, I've never seen, like, the part where they take Emily and they get hung and all that. I've never seen it before.
Oh my God, Meg.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, it's fine. But you're just like a fake stan, you know?
I cannot believe what I have just heard.
Well, I'm just saying.
I'm just kidding. But
no, we're SpongeBob stans.
Oh my, I could recite to you the entire episode of like any episode.
Oh my gosh. I love the very first SpongeBob Halloween episode.
Yes.
Where they shave his entire head and his brain is showing.
Oh no, that's just my brain.
So funny.
So funny. What was I gonna say? I know, a lot of people don't remember that one.
I know.
The SpongeBob episode where he like he's the Flying Dutchman and he wears a sheet and some like wooden shoes.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to be that for Halloween.
Well, same, honestly.
I want to be SpongeBob being the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah.
Like, how awesome would that be?
You know what we were going to do for Halloween one year and we just never did? The mustard and ketchup costumes.
Yeah. And you were going to be mustard.
Yeah. I don't even really like mustard, but I was going to be mustard.
We should still do that one year.
I know, or like salt and pepper, or just something stupid like that.
Oh my God, that'd be hilarious.
A stupid couple's costume.
Yes.
I think that would be so fun. Like, obviously, I know we should probably do it with like significant others, but I'm single as hell, y'all.
Although we could do something like Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Ooh. No, remember what I sent you the other day? I'm like, I want to redo our costumes that we did from
the Grady twins.
Yeah, from The Shining.
Yeah,
that would be dope.
I would love to
because
do that.
We did like a dollar store version of it for a convention. But like, I want to make it like gory.
Yeah, I want to make it gory and I want to make it accurate.
I want fucking Mikey from Glam and Gore to like come to our house and like rip us open.
Yes,
you know, and put like what's her scab blood?
Yes.
Like all over me, and just like, yeah,
I would be okay with that.
yeah, me too.
I have a nightgown that looks exactly like the one that Reagan wore in The Exorcist.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I should be her for Halloween one year. I have it sitting there. And I just have to...
I thought that's what you were going to do with it.
I know. I just never did it.
Huh.
I need to, like, be her at some point.
I need to transform. She's on my fucking wall. Hi.
Sorry.
So is Killer Clowns.
Hi.
Wonderfully drawn by my friend Joel Robinson. If you're looking for good, like, horror movie artwork, hit up Joel Robinson.
He is incredible.
He's always at conventions and stuff, like horror movie conventions, but, like, I gotta put his links below. He is fantastic.
What did he do? He did the covers for the comic book Vincent Price Presents.
Yeah.
Incredible.
And I bought so much artwork from him. I have a picture from Jason Mewes when he was in Clerks 2 and he did like the Buffalo Bill and like tucked.
Yeah.
Like he drew that and I bought the picture. And then I have this Killer Clowns poster too that he did.
Yeah, I have like a couple of his. I have a Vincent Price
as a Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yes.
The movie, I'm sorry.
Which ones? I have Vincent Price. Mm-hmm. I have the Crypt Keeper.
Did you get Elvira?
And I got Elvira, and then what's it? Oh, and Chucky.
Yeah.
I have 4 of them.
I think I have another, but I don't. It's over there. I don't know what it is.
You have someone from The Walking Dead, don't you?
Oh, did I get Daryl? I think I got a Daryl picture from him, too.
Yeah. Anyway, his prints are incredible.
Yes.
They look right on my wall.
Giving him a good little shout out.
We love you, Joel.
We always go to a convention called Rock and Shock, and he's always like a vendor there, or he used to be. I don't know if he's been like the past few years.
Yeah, he went this year.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, so he's usually a vendor there, and that's how we became friends. And yeah, good dude with good artwork for a very fair price for what he does. Like, very fair.
Like, I was blown away at how fair the price was.
Yeah. And he also sells t-shirts. I don't know why I'm promoting him, but I just am. I really like his artwork.
Because we love him.
Yeah. And he's a great person. Nice dude. Say hi to him.
Hi.
If you ever go to a horror movie convention and you see a guy named Joel Robinson, that's Joel Robinson. Say hi. Tell him we sent you.
Hi. Hello.
Hey. I know it's been like 3 years since we saw him, but,
I know.
You know.
It's been a while.
Yeah, anyway,
so I watched Hocus Pocus all the way through.
That's great.
I know. I feel like I'm so stupid because, like my friend Tim, who's the best, sent me and Lauren like a bunch of like horror movies.
Oh yeah.
That I don't own, and I was so excited to watch. I've watched one, and because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna marathon it, and we're gonna watch this and do that. No, I've been watching Hocus Pocus like every time it's been on.
I know.
I'm like, I don't know what it is this year. I'm just like, I don't really feel like watching.
Because it's the 25th anniversary.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
oh my god, it is this year, isn't it? I'm so excited.
God, I'm a year older than that movie.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I can't believe it came out in 93.
I know.
Jeez.
I
Sorry. I was just like thinking about it. I'm like, man. But, what the hell was I saying?
So you had all these movies.
Yeah, and then I'm just like, you know what? I just want to, like, the new Halloween movie came out, and I remember when they first announced it, I was like, ooh, I'm going to go see that. Don't even care to go see it.
I know.
Well, because I've seen people saying, like, it's all right. And I'm like, I'm not going to spend, like, $20
what it
to
is,
see it.
is I saw a movie review on it, and what it basically is, it's just, like, it's only the first movie. Like,
they only acknowledge the first movie.
Yeah, so, like, every other Halloween movie doesn't even get mentioned, but there's, like, apparently, like, a little Easter egg for each movie in there or something like that. I haven't seen it. They hint at, like, other movies, but they're not candid to that story.
Yeah.
So you don't even need to see every other Halloween movie to see this movie.
Which is kind of nice for someone like me, who's only seen the first one.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, I don't really care for, like, it depends on what the franchise is. Because I love, like, my favorite Friday the 13th is the 4th one. Chapter 4. Love it. But I don't really care for a lot of like sequels and things like Hellraiser.
I know Hellraiser after the second one, you don't need to watch any others.
Yeah, like the other ones are stupid.
Yeah, same with Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah,
and
oh geez, I can't like the Saw movies. I only like the first 3.
Oh yeah, we have the first 3 as like a box set.
Oh, it's great,
and it's got like Jigsaw space on it. It's like really cool.
I love it. But yeah, I know. Like I'm like, oh, we should go see. I didn't even go see it.
I know.
I don't know why.
I'm not a movie person. I'm just putting it out there. I'm so bad at movies.
I know you're better at TV shows.
Yeah, I fuck up TV shows, but like movies, unless it's like Marvel movies, I just don't watch it.
I know, it's weird. Like the older I get, the more like I don't think it's jaded so much. I just get very like particular about what I want to watch.
And I think that comes with age anyways.
Yeah, because it's like I have things to do, and like if I'm going to waste my time on something, I don't want it to suck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's what it ultimately comes down to. It's like, you know, if everyone's raving about something and oh, it's so great and oh, you'll love this, then yeah, obviously I'll give it a try. But like if people are saying like the new Halloween, it's all right. I'm like, I'm not going to waste my time then. I'll watch something else that I actually enjoy.
Right.
You know? So... Oh, sorry. Just readjusting my existence.
No, it's...
Yeah, so I watched Hocus Pocus like 10 times this month.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched... Oh, God. I watched like Black Sabbath. Like the movie.
Yeah. I always watch The Exorcist every October.
Yeah.
It's just something I like to do. And it was on AMC this year. Like, they played all of them, but I'm like, the first one's the real one. I don't fucking care about the others.
Although the third one is incredible.
Yeah, but... the first one will always be my favorite. True. Because it's so, even for its time, so terrifying.
I know.
Like, no wonder why people passed out and fainted in the theaters. It's scary in 2018 still.
I know. When we have actual real life horror going on around us.
Yeah. But, like, war and depression and whatever.
Everything else.
Yeah.
And the rest.
And the rest.
But, yeah, I know. Like, I don't know. I didn't watch too many like new things. Like they're all movies I've seen before, like the Phantom of the Opera, and shit. Like I love those movies, and I watch them because of my grandma. Oh, and like the Disney movies too, like Halloween Town and shit.
Oh my God, Kimberly J. Brown.
She is
incredible.
She is my queen,
like an actual queen.
Love her,
an icon, a goddess,
the beacon.
Best. Yes.
I follow her on Instagram.
I do too.
That's how deep I am.
Oh, she's great.
Yeah.
She should be bigger than she actually is.
I mean, honestly. She was in Rose Red. She was in...
She was in Quince. Remember that Disney movie?
Yes, with the 5 babies.
It was basically John and Kate plus 8 before that show.
Oh,
except
God.
It wasn't real.
I remember watching that and I'm like, this would have happened in real life. And then I saw John and Kate plus 8 and I was like, oh.
And it actually did. Except they didn't have Quince. They had sextuplets.
Oh my God.
That fucking show. I used to watch it, like...
Could you imagine having... That's the real horror we're talking about today. Yeah. Having 6 kids at once.
Like, literally what happened was they had twins because they got fertility treatments. And it's like, okay, that's normal. Because usually with fertility treatments, you get multiples.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, oh, we just bought 1 more. And then they got 6.
Welp.
I would have fucking killed myself. I'd have been like, I'm not doing this.
I know. I would
have just fell down a flight of stairs, but like, welp.
I know. It's like, who wants 6 kids?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
6 aborted fetuses. Oh, that's fucked up.
Ooh.
I mean, it is Halloween, so I mean, we're going there.
Yeah. She's a bitch, though.
Well, I know. I don't know what her deal is.
At the same time, like, people give her a lot of shit, and then I think about it, and I'm like, if I had 8 children to look after constantly on my ass...
And 6 of them were the same age...
Like, I would be a bitch, too.
Yeah. That's a mini classroom.
She's probably just tired.
Yeah.
She just needs a nap. Can we give Kate a nap? Can we get a babysitter? Can we get someone so she can take a nap? You know?
I know.
Man, that's real life horror. Is having 6 children and no financial help or stability.
Yeah.
Man. Thank you for mimicking me. But yeah. So we're gonna have fun today.
Yes.
So we're gonna go to a break.
Yes.
And then we're gonna come back with some spoops,
and some stories. Like, put your hats on, kids. Get ready for this shit.
Oh, it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
Since it's spoopy week, we're gonna put in some fucking black metal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put in some Hellgoat, who I listened to this band a lot when I was one of the things we're gonna talk about today. We're just gonna spoiler. We're gonna talk about. I think we mentioned this in the last episode too.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about when we went to the Warrens Occult Museum, and when I was editing, well, it was a couple years after I went back and edited all the pictures and like made them like look cool and nice. And while I was editing all these pictures, I listened to Hellgoat because I figured it was fitting.
Yeah.
So, because it's like a portal to hell in that place.
See, your song actually has like meaning behind it now.
I know,
but mine doesn't.
I know.
Oh, we switched.
Fucking twins, man.
I know.
But so I'm gonna put that in. You're going to hear what I was listening to when I was, going back and looking at all this crazy shit.
And we'll put up some pictures on the Facebook page.
Yes, I'll put up my pictures. And I have pictures of like...
And Instagram too.
Yes.
We'll put them up.
I have a ton of pictures from there. I won't put up too many, but I'll put up like
I had shitty cell phone pictures, but you had like a nice Canon camera.
Yeah, my nice camera, and they're nice and edited and pretty now. So yeah. I'll put those up for all of you to see and enjoy.
Sweet.
Lauren, it's too early in the podcast.
Oh, sorry. I was just stretching.
I thought you yawned. Sorry.
No.
But, okay, I'm going to put it... I don't know what song. I'll put in a song here.
Yes.
You could scroll down a little if you want to see the song name. We put all the song names on the description.
Yeah, I don't know if we ever mentioned that, but they're all down there.
Everything is down there with all the links and all the other shit. So
yeah, all the stuff we talk about, too.
All the stuff. So, if you want to go check them out, they're my dudes. Love those dudes.
Yeah.
Go listen to that shit.
Sweet.
But here's some Hellgoat. We're going to come back and fuck it up.
Yeah.
We're going to fuck your day up, probably.
Oh, I'm sure we're going to fuck your day up.
And this is going up on Halloween, so if you really want to freak yourself out, stay tuned.
Yeah.
But
all right, we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back. The only thing that's missing here is a candle lit.
Ooh, I know. We can't light candles up here.
No, it's a fucking fire hazard.
I know.
Oh, sorry.
Well, should I turn the light off? Make it, like...
really spooky?
Yeah.
I mean, they can't see shit, but it'll help us, yes.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Here we go.
Now we are sitting in the dark. It is true spoop.
Yeah, because it's cloudy outside, so...
Oh, yeah.
You know. Ooh, it's like really dark in here.
I know. Hi. Hello.
Hi. The only thing that's lit up is my laptop.
You look like Marilyn Manson or something.
Why?
He's like downlit or something.
Oh yeah,
it's like
I know.
Everything's dark, but you're just like glowing.
Oh yeah,
it's great.
Oh, because of the laptop.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
I love how you're like, why do I look like Marilyn Manson?
I don't know.
Because he's cute.
Really?
No, not really. I don't think he's that attractive.
It's all the coke that he did.
Oh, yeah.
Made him look like...
nothing.
Yes.
Anyway,
here we go.
Oh, God.
With the spoop.
So we have a few stories.
Yes. So get cozy. have some of that Halloween candy that you just got, because we know you have it, girl.
Oh, we do too, honestly. But we didn't go and ask people for it. We just went to the store and bought it ourselves.
We did. So get some Halloween candy.
Yes.
Just curl up and turn the lights off and get ready for some stories.
All right, where do we even begin?
What are we going to start with?
Well, we'll start with something that happened to us when we were kids. That was truly terrifying.
And to preface this, it's going to sound like we're making it up, but I swear to God.
And it's funny because like Lauren recalls it the same way I do even after all these years, and my mom too.
Yeah.
Like our mom can like recall like, oh yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, because we were the only ones in the house.
Yeah. So we were like 6, 7 years old, and we were in our room. At the time we shared a room.
Mm-hmm. We shared Megan's room
that I still sleep in. Mm-hmm. And we I don't know what we were doing. We were just playing or whatever. We were basically just like trashing our room because we were destructive children.
Yeah.
And we were making a bunch of noise. My mom was home, obviously, and she was like, "Get down here." She heard us. She was like, "What are you doing up there?" I'm like, we were just making a mess. She was like, "Go clean it up and be quiet," you know, like yelling at us, whatever. Mm-hmm. Probably deserved it for being little shits.
And how long do you think we were downstairs for? 5 minutes?
A whole, 5 minutes.
So, we go back upstairs. And, not even gonna lie, can't lie, this definitely happened. The entire room was clean. Yeah. We literally destroyed the entire room. I mean, ripped the beds, sheets off, and, toys everywhere.
We pulled the blinds down.
Yeah, a good 2 hours of cleanup.
Yeah, and, it was funny because I knew there was something wrong going up the stairs. Well, I still have it in my room. There was, a mirror that hangs up, right in the doorway. Mm-hmm. A full-length mirror. And I could see in the mirror, we had, all the lights on and everything, that all the lights were off. And the window was open, so it was just natural light coming in.
Yeah.
And I said, well, that's weird. I thought the blinds fell off. But then as I got up, I saw the whole room was completely clean. The whole, everything beds made, everything put away.
Sneeze.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Bless you.
All right. First sneeze of the podcast.
Yay! Gross. So I'm just kidding.
Sorry.
Do you need to?
Sorry, it's just the demons coming out of me as we start talking about them. I'm good.
No, that was no demon.
Oh, well, we'll get into that later.
So we freak out, and I'm just we immediately ran back downstairs. We're like, "Mom, what the hell?" You know, just freaking out. Well, not what the hell, but we were freaking out. We were just like, "Oh my God, it was so messy in here, and now it's clean." And of course, my mom's white as a ghost because she doesn't even believe it.
Yeah.
You know, because she heard us making that mess. She knew there was a mess up there. Mm-hmm. So, she's it was close to, St. Patrick's Day or something. So she's like, oh, it was just, leprechauns or something.
Yeah.
Or, something bullshitty to, make us, you know, think it was something else. But she looked, visibly upset.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, she couldn't explain it either.
I know.
But if you asked her now, she'd be like, I don't remember.
Yeah.
I already know it.
I know. She would deny it, but, you know. Well, no, I did ask her about it, and she remembers it vaguely. Oh. And she was like, yeah, that was weird.
Oh. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I literally just said that 5 minutes ago. I'm like, she still remembers it.
Oh, I thought you meant at the time. No, as in present day.
Yeah, now.
Oh, shit, sorry.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's crazy. And we were like, what the hell? For years, we were like, what happened?
Yeah.
Because even when I was younger, my door would open and close, and we have an attic fan in the hallway, that's in the ceiling, and that would turn on and off by itself sometimes. And
yeah,
we were just like, what the hell is happening here? And it's weird to be talking about it when it's literally right there.
I know.
Where it happened. But
that's literally the creepiest thing that's ever happened in this house, though.
Yeah.
And to preface this too, not to preface, but to add on to this, our grandma passed away a year or two before this happened.
Yeah.
So we always think it's her.
I'm assuming it was, because my grandma also, like, whenever we got in trouble or something, like,
she always took the blame for it.
She always, like, or if we, like, made a mess, she would always clean it up, you know? Like, she always, like,
yeah,
covered us. So thanks, Grandma.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy to think about. Like, I still remember it so vividly in my mind.
I do too. It just doesn't seem like it happened, but it definitely happened.
It definitely happened, because you and I still talk about it. We're like, remember when that weird thing happened?
Yeah.
And we were just like, yeah, that was fucking weird.
And, like, I know it really sounds like we're making this up, but I can't lie about that.
I literally couldn't even begin to lie about that.
I mean, I couldn't. I don't know. I can't even talk about it without getting, like, flustered.
Yeah, it's just, like, so bewildering to me. Let me try that again. Bewildering to me.
Yeah.
That something like that would happen to us so young.
Yeah.
But speaking of other things that happened when I was younger, I don't know if it's just because we were young and, like sensitive to ththings, but, like...
Well, children are more prone to seeing spirit and, like, all that, so...
When I think it was, like, the same age. I think I was, like, 6.
Yeah.
Our aunt. We have 2 aunts that are nuns.
And there are great aunts, so they're not, like, actual aunts.
They're Filipino nuns, if you're familiar.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them lived in New Jersey.
Yeah.
At a Catholic school. It's like, you know, the nuns all live on the grounds or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And
we went down to go visit her one time. And their main building, like, when you get there, it's like this old mansion.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, when you walk in, it looks like somebody's house, but it's, you know, there's, like, desks and, like, stuff in, like, all the rooms or whatever. And, well, some of the rooms.
Yeah.
And if you go up the stairs, there's, like, that's the place, like, when visitors come, like, they'll go and, like, hang out, basically. It's like a dining room or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's, like, a little living room with, like, a TV and, like, a bathroom and stuff like that. So...
And, like, picture this mansion is, like, older than Jesus Christ himself.
It literally looks like something out of, like, a horror movie, like a haunted mansion.
Yeah, like a Stephen King film.
Yeah.
You know?
But with a lot of, like, Jesus pictures everywhere because nuns. So, we're upstairs in the little, like, area, whatever, eating. And there was one bathroom up there that was occupado. And I was like, I need to use the bathroom. And they were like, okay, if you go downstairs, like, right when you walk in the door... Like, on the... I don't remember. I think it's the left. No, it's the right.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's the left. Like, on your left when you walk in.
Yeah.
There's, like, a little... Just, like, a little bathroom or whatever. So, like, oh, yeah, go downstairs near the door and use that bathroom. Okay. So, I'm going down the stairs.
And this is just Megan by herself. I wasn't there.
Yeah, it was just me. And in this building, it's only us, you and me, our parents, my aunt, and, like, 2 other nuns. That were all in one room, in that one room upstairs. So, when I go downstairs, I'm completely by myself. There's no one in there. But me being the curious little shithead that I am, I went into... They had, like, a living room. Mm-hmm. It was more like a parlor. Like, it was so, like, formal. There was a harp in there, like a giant harp.
I remember that harp.
And it's beautiful. And they have, like, an old piano that we played. And, you know, so I'm like, I want to go touch the harp. You know, because they tell you, like, don't touch anything. It's old. Especially kids, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want to go touch the harp. So I'm going over this harp, and I just run my fingers over it just enough for it to just make a like noise.
Yeah.
And as I'm doing that, I hear behind me someone, like, I heard someone walk. I almost want to say from the adjacent room and, like, walk towards me. Mm-hmm. And then before I could even turn around, I hear, don't touch that. But it wasn't an adult. It was like another girl.
Yeah.
And I was like, who the hell is that? And she was like wearing like a dress. I don't really remember like what her face looked like. But she was like wearing a dress and her hair was curly. Mm-hmm. That's all I remember. And I turn around to go see who this is. And I saw her like glare at me and then walk away, and she walked to the left. So there's the doorway and then she walked left and I figured she'd like left the building. But like when I went to go like follow her to see who it was, there was a fucking wall there.
God.
Isn't that crazy? Like where she had walked, it was just a wall. And like
I just got chills.
I know, and then you'd have to walk down a little bit more because like if you walk down a little bit more, there was the front door.
Yeah.
But like where she turned, it was just the wall. And I was like, what the fuck? And I freaked out so bad. I ran to the bathroom and I locked myself in because I had to pee like really bad. And I locked myself in and I didn't want to get out. But like it's the fastest I ever peed in my life.
Yeah.
And I flew up the stairs. I don't even think I touched the stairs going up. Flew up the stairs and I was like, there was someone in the building, to my mom, and she was just like, oh, it's probably someone from around here, don't worry about it. And I was like, oh, okay. And I thought my mind was playing tricks on me, but I'm like, I know I saw that bitch walk into the fucking wall. I'm like, that is crazy. It probably was her harp. So I'm sorry, whoever that was. I didn't mean to touch it.
Still gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I know. It, like, freaked me out.
I don't know why, but, like, very spiritual places like that, like, they always give me the heebie-jeebies.
I know. It's just, like, because it's so, like, heavy.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only way I can describe it. Laura and I are very sensitive.
Yeah.
So, if you bring us into old places, we're like, ugh, like, we just feel sick sometimes.
Yeah, especially if there was a lot of people in there at one point or someone died there. Like, we feel that shit.
But also, speaking of mansions...
Oh, yeah.
So, if you want to talk a little bit about this, because I've been running my mouth.
Okay. Well, one time... Should we elaborate more on this child, or was that basically it?
That's all I knew about her, you know? Like, I just saw her and she left.
You never saw her in, like, a picture, though? Or like...
No, nothing. I tried to look it up. Like, I can't find anything about that mansion.
But was she wearing, like, old clothes?
I mean, it was like a lacy dress. So, it looked like something similar that I would have as a kid. But then I think about it and I'm like, it could be from, like, any fucking time period. You know?
So it didn't really look, like, time-specific?
No. It just looked, it was like a lacy, like a white lacy frilly dress.
Huh.
Something appropriate for a young girl.
Yeah.
So I was like, I didn't think much of it. But it was the hair. You know?
Was it curly?
Yeah, it was like curly, and I'm like, but it was like ringlets. It wasn't like
that's exactly the picture I got in my head.
Yeah, it was like the weirdest thing. I was like, who the hell was that?
Like if she was made of porcelain, she could be a doll.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's crazy.
Yeah, she was like a walking porcelain doll.
Oh my god.
So I know, isn't that crazy? I'm gonna have to draw her one day.
I know. If you and I are thinking the same thing, I'm literally leaving the house.
Okay.
Like,
I know, it's so crazy to think about. But speaking of old houses.
Yeah, alright, so we like to go to Newport, Rhode Island a lot.
It's my favorite place in the world.
We love going to Newport. Not just like, because they have good shops too, and like, you know, it's just like a really like nice place to be. But
it's a little ritzy.
Yeah, I mean, that's why it's nice.
Yeah.
But they do, for anyone who doesn't know, they have a ton of mansions there that you can tour. And a lot of them are owned by the Preservation Society. So you pay like, well, some people do. You could pay for a membership every year and it helps towards preserving the mansions and stuff. But then you get to go in for free.
Yeah.
You know, instead of having to pay a ticket.
You get like a little card thing and you show them the card and you're like, I'm here.
Yeah.
I paid for this.
It's really good if you live in the area, but if you don't, like, it's not even worth it. But, there's a lot of mansions in this Preservation Society. And I don't know if this one, I think it is now, but at the time we went, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Because it was still owned by the owner.
Yeah. Like the family descendant or whatever.
Yeah. So it's a mansion called Bellcore Castle. And this is in 2011 we went. It was still owned by their owner at the time. Oh my god, what's her name? Miss Tinney.
I think so.
I forgot her first name, but I think her last name was Tinney.
I'm gonna look it up.
Tinney.
Yeah.
And she was doing like private tours, like ghost tours of it. Because the only reason it's so haunted is because she has like all of these like artifacts from that people just, I don't know, people gave them to her. She just collected them over time, but a lot of them had like spirits attached to it and had like crazy energy.
Right.
So, and they were all over this fucking place. That place is huge, but there was like creepy artifacts all over the place. So
yeah, it's just the Tinney family owned it.
Yeah, I forgot what her first name was, though.
I can't find it.
I know,
but
it's okay.
So yeah, I can't find it.
It's okay,
but it's the Tinney family. I'm sorry. Please continue.
So me and Megan saw this and we're like, oh my god, we gotta go.
Yeah,
because we're like, oh, this will be like Salem or Gettysburg, and maybe we'll just get cool pictures or whatever.
Well,
oh my god. Well, first of all, it was a group of like, how many people would you say? Like 20?
Yeah, it was a lot of people.
We went with our parents, so it was like us, our parents, and like probably 16 other people.
Yeah.
And then Mrs. Tinney, who's the tour guide, and who owns the place. She lived in that place for a long time, but I think as of a few years ago, she like moved out of it and gave it to the Preservation Society.
Yeah, I saw they gave it to another woman or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, someone else owns it now. But it's part of the Preservation Society now.
Oh, but she doesn't live there.
Yeah, well, they've been doing renovations on it, that's why. For like
that's
the last 4 years or so.
Yeah.
And I think they're done with the renovations now.
I know.
So we want to go back and see how it is.
But I don't know if all those artifacts are still there or not.
Yeah, because here's the thing with the Preservation Society. The houses or the mansions that are owned by the society, you can go and just like they give you like headphones and you walk around yourself and do like a guided tour with headphones. But then there's the smaller ones that are like privately owned or whatever. You have to do like a group tour and walk with someone and do all that. So you can't just like go on your own or whatever. So it used to be like that. It used to be like a guided tour or whatever with the actual owner.
Yeah.
And now it's like when you go, you can just put on headphones and fucking hang out.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
I know we went to another mansion too called Kingscote, which is not haunted, but that's how it was too. It was like a tour because it wasn't as big.
Yeah, it was like a private tour though because it was just us. You know?
It was my ex at the time, me, Megan, and my dad. We all just went, and it was just the four of us getting a private tour of the mansion,
and it was beautiful.
Oh my god, I would go back to that.
There was so much stuff in there. I was like having sensory overload because there's so much artwork everywhere and so much. I wanted to ask questions about literally everything.
I know, and it was way smaller than the actual like bigger mansions, obviously.
I mean, it was still big, but it wasn't like, it was like a normal size, like what you think to be like a normal size mansion.
Yeah.
You know, as opposed to like a
large
mansion.
family home.
Yeah.
Let's call it that.
Yeah.
And I just like the bedrooms too. Like they were like nice and like small, but like still cute.
Yeah.
I was like, yes.
Oh, I wish I lived in a place like that. Oh, you have no idea how bad I want to live in like an old house like that. Oops. But
yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Please continue.
So we decided to go to this mansion, Bellcore Castle.
We saw it on the Travel Channel, I think, too. Like they talked about it.
And because we were looking up, like, it was the first time we stayed in Narragansett.
Yes.
We rented, we did this every year for a while. You would just rent like a beach house and stay like right near Scarborough Beach or whatever. So we're like, I wonder if there's like ghost things to do because we were really into that at the time.
Yeah.
So we found they did ghost tours there and we're like, holy shit, we gotta go.
Yeah.
So we're there with 16 other people, and I still have the fucking thing they gave us there, by the way.
Oh, the pamphlet thing?
Yeah, I still have it.
I think I have mine. I don't remember.
I put it with all my important things.
Oh, good.
So, it starts out like in this big, beautiful like hall with like, it had like a horse carriage in it.
Yeah, I think it was a funeral carriage or something.
Was it? Oh, I think it might have been.
It was like a funeral, like a Victorian funeral hearse carriage thing.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, it had like the car on it or whatever, and it was meant to carry dead people. The Victorians didn't fuck around with funerals, by the way.
Yeah.
There was a lot of like funeral artifacts, I feel like, there. Like a lot of like memento mori type things and prayer cards and stuff.
Right.
Which was awesome for me because at the time I was working as a mortician and I was way into it. So
right.
I was like, oh, this looks familiar. I only seen this in a textbook. So very cool.
Yeah. So
a lot of stuff like that.
We just, And as soon as we walked in there, too, I could just feel how heavy it was.
Ooh, there was something about it that made me feel a little nauseous.
It had to be something attached to some of the artifacts. But...
And the one thing that I remember, can I just say really quick?
Yeah.
They had a harpsichord. An original.
Oh my god, that's right.
I don't know what drew me to this harpsichord. I'm like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to learn how to play this.
I want to be fucking Bach and just be like the Metallica of classical music.
Yeah.
And just like play that harpsichord until my fingers fell off.
Yep.
So, what was I going to say? So, she basically takes us through all the rooms and stuff, and there's artifacts in every fucking room. And she explains, oh, this came from this place, and I don't really remember a lot of them.
Yeah, I couldn't pay attention. There was too many people around, and I was getting distracted by all the pretty stuff around me.
Yeah.
I remember them talking about, in the hall, near the stairs, there was, like, those giant, stained glass windows.
Oh yeah,
that like came from a church, and there was like a chapel in this house too, like a little chapel. They had stained glass windows, and I remember her I don't really remember the story behind it, but like I just remember those windows and thinking like, that is a bizarre thing to own in your home.
Yeah,
like church windows, like so bizarre.
Yeah,
but I love it. Was beautiful, but I'm like, who the hell would put a chapel in their home?
And I remember too, there was bathrooms. There was like guys and girls bathrooms, and there were, I think it was like a vase or like a I forgot what it was, and it had like weird energy to it. It had like a really weird story.
Yeah.
God, we should have looked this up before we did this.
I know, I didn't even think to look it up. But
the stuff we remember is in the ballroom.
Yeah. Oh. Well, you go up the stairs, you go down the hall to like, I think it's like the master bedroom or whatever. Yeah. And then this is a door attached to the master bedroom. Like, who the fuck is sleeping next to this thing?
I know.
Like, it's like, I love how these old houses like all had interconnecting doors in like a giant circle. I'm like, how do you even function? It's not fire hazard friendly or anything. I'm like, how do people live in this? So, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So we go to this ballroom.
And I had to open the door.
Yeah, she made Megan open the door. And we walk into this place, and I wanted to throw up. That's how thick the energy was.
And it's funny because there was, compared to the other rooms, not a lot in there.
Yeah.
It was just a big room with 2 giant throne chairs
on the left side.
On the left side. So if you go through the doors and you're standing looking at this room, on the left there's 2 giant throne chairs. All the way on the opposite wall, it's like 6 suits of armor.
Yeah.
And then on the right, there was like a table or something.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, there's literally nothing
there was like
in there.
nothing, because it was a ballroom. People were dancing. Don't put a lot in there.
Yeah.
But I remember the story about the chairs.
Yeah, they were like some like ghost chairs. Like it was a young boy whose parents died and he had to be king at a young age.
He was like 8 or something.
Yeah. And like there was just like bad energy attached to that chair.
And if you sat in the chair and you weren't meant to be there, they would throw you out.
Yeah.
No one tried it. I knew. I'm like, he's going to fucking hate this.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not going to try anything.
I could feel it before I even sat down.
I didn't even go close to the chair. I think I stayed in the middle of the room until like we had to like leave, and we had to walk by the suit of armor.
I know, because they were right near the doors.
Yeah, and I was like, oh.
I did not like those.
I bolted out.
For some reason, these suits of armor were like 8 feet tall. They were huge.
Yeah.
That's what I remember. And apparently the story behind them is if people got close to them, they would scream at you.
Yeah, it would make like some snarling like pig noises. That's the way they put it.
And I'm like, I'm not fucking gonna sit here and try that shit. No, thank you.
I can't even think about it right now. It makes me feel so anxious.
I know.
Ugh.
It's like, they were like, do you want us to turn the lights off? I was like, hell no.
And I was like, I'm gonna get the hell out if you do that.
I'll break these fucking windows jumping out of here.
Yeah, I know. I was like, fuck that. I'll break the door down.
I did not realize how creepy that place actually is.
It is so
And it wouldn't have been creepy if it wasn't for all the haunted, like, stuff in there.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
They need some sage or something.
A sage, a blessing, a
miracle.
priest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They need something in there. A candle. I mean, something.
Yeah.
That room is like, I was oppressed, you know, by that room.
It's like one of the worst rooms I've ever been in.
I don't even like thinking about it.
I don't either.
It like freaked us out that bad. So if you're in Newport or in the area and you want to check out something terrifying, by all means.
I know. I don't know if it's as scary now because they're renovating it and they might have taken some of the stuff out. But
Oh, I don't know if it's even still there. Ooh, that would be good to look up.
Yeah.
We'll get back to you next week on that.
Yeah. Well, not next week, but the week after.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Very quick, gonna interject this. Our episode with our second guest is gonna be up next week.
yeah,
Yay!
that actually happened.
Yay! It actually happened. We recorded it last week. Too many spoopy things happening, so we have to do it for next week.
Yeah.
I couldn't edit it in time for this week, so sorry. But it's fine. It's going to be a long one, so
Yeah.
it's going to take me a little
Probably
bit
be
to
over
edit.
2 hours, so just get ready.
Yeah, it's going to take me a little time to edit, so
Yeah.
yeah, that's coming. Anyway, so
Yes.
if you're ever in the area, you want to go check it out and look into it or whatever. I don't know what it's like now. That was 7 years ago.
Yeah.
So we would love to go back, and we'll probably come back
know.
and talk about it.
I love Newport, though.
Me
Even
too.
if you're just in Newport, just go to at least a couple of the mansions. Like, everyone usually goes to the Breakers or the Elms or Rosecliff. Rosecliff has so much stuff there.
Yeah.
And they used to do guided tours, but I think now they give you, like, a headphone.
Yeah, it's part of the society, and it was
Yeah.
in The Great Gatsby.
Yes.
If anyone's familiar with that little movie, not the recent one, the first one.
Yeah, the old one. That
No.
had Scott Wilson in it. May he rest in peace.
Yes.
But,
My favorite is the Elms.
yeah.
I just love it. It's just different. There's a lot of mythology, like in the architecture and stuff like that. It's very cool. So,
Anyway.
and it houses my favorite painting of all time. So
Yeah.
there's that.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, so that was like an experience. I remember going back and I'm like, I'm going to go sit on the beach and pretend like that didn't just happen.
Oh,
That
sorry.
was a great time though. Like,
Yeah.
I'm glad we did some of these things because it's like, it's very like eye-opening
Yeah.
and it's like, it's crazy. But none more eye-opening
Yeah.
than how are we on time?
We're good.
Okay, because this one might be a little bit of a doozy.
Yeah.
Laura and I have done the pinnacle of all haunted
Oh, we're going to talk
attractions.
about this now?
Oh,
Is it time?
It's time.
Oh, we need a drum roll for this. Just put your fucking... This is where you need to put your hats on.
Yeah.
Your hard hats.
I don't even want to talk about it, but we're going to.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. Laura and I, 5 years ago,
6 years ago. 2012.
2013, Lauren.
I thought it was 2012.
2013.
When did The Conjuring come out?
2013.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Can I just double check?
Lauren, it was 2013.
I'm going to double check.
May of 2012, we were doing something completely different.
I gotta know. Hold on. Okay, it was 2013.
Why would we ever listen to me?
Well, I just wanted to be sure. Okay, go ahead.
5 years ago, Laura and I visited the Warrens Occult Museum, which houses the Annabelle doll, and it was part of The Conjuring, or imagining of it.
We went and visited that museum before The Conjuring came out. Like, literally,
2 months.
It came out in July 19th of 2013.
Yeah.
I just saw the date. We went May 25th.
Yeah.
So it
right
was-
before our birthday.
We did it as a birthday present that year for whatever fucking reason.
It was our 21st birthday, and we figured, hey, fuck it.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't on our 21st birthday.
Yeah, it was for our 21. We were
Yeah.
20 at the time.
So, we went to the Warrens Occult Museum because I forgot how we saw it. I think it was on Facebook or something.
Yeah.
Someone shared, hey, look at this, you know? They do tours of this museum, and Meg and I were like, oh, that's cool. I think they're stopping the tours now.
Yeah, they stopped. They closed the museum down.
Yeah, so you can't do this anymore, but we paid, how much would you say?
Well, each $108.
So that's $216 total for this night.
For this experience
Yeah.
that we're about to tell you about. Keep that number in mind. $216.
So And we signed up for that day because it was the closest to our birthday that they were open.
Yep. And we were like, yes, well, it's a birthday present to ourselves.
And I drove
in the rain.
Yeah. If for some reason, this is May, it was freezing outside.
It was freezing cold and pissing down rain.
Yeah, like pouring rain. I was like, well, I can't just not go because it's raining. I gotta go. So we live in Connecticut, and where we live, we're an hour away from where the Warrens are in Monroe. Because Monroe's like in southern Connecticut. We're more so in like central Connecticut.
Yes.
So I drove an hour up 95.
Oh my God.
Or 91. I forgot which one it was.
That was hell on earth. Just the drive.
Yeah. All the way to Monroe. And I'm already sick to my stomach before even going to this fucking place.
Just turning on the street.
Yeah. Because if anyone has ever been to Monroe, Connecticut, it's one street.
It's a giant street.
Yeah.
And like, well, she lives on like a dead end. Like if you
like a cul-de-sac.
Yeah. Like if you pull off the fucking street in Monroe, it's like up a hill through some woods.
Yeah. Literally. We went through a tunnel. It looked like it was in like Hobbiton, you know? Just like this weird ass like woodsy tunnel.
Yeah.
Or it looked like The Exorcist. I mean, it looked like both of them, honestly.
On a dead end, all the way down on the end of the road, surrounded by woods.
Yep.
And we were like freaking out. I'm like, what have we gotten ourselves into?
Yeah.
And like, we pull up to the house. It's a small little woody like house, you know, very Connecticut.
Yep.
And we pull up and I'm like, I don't want to go inside. Like, that's the first thing I tell myself. I'm like, I don't want to go in.
Yeah.
I'm like, I already know this is going to be terrifying. And we were the last ones to get there. Yeah. So they were all waiting on us. I'm like, oh, fuck. And we're all in her living room with her cats.
Yeah. This is Lorraine Warren, who, you know, part of the Warrens.
Yeah. Oh, we should probably clarify. Sorry for anyone who doesn't know. Ed and Lorraine Warren. Ed is now passed away.
Yeah.
Big paranormal investigators. Lorraine's a clairvoyant.
Yeah.
And
if you've seen like any of the Conjuring movies or the Annabelle movies, you're pretty familiar with the Warrens, or if you heard any of their stories. Amityville, you know, one of their biggest stories.
She won't even talk about it. That's how fucked up it was.
Oh, we'll get into that in a minute. But.
So we walk into this house, and it's her nephew is there, and he greets us.
Yeah.
And we had to go sit all the way in the back because everyone was already in there, like, taking up the couches and shit.
Yeah, she had, like, these wood benches with, like, they kind of look like church benches with no backs.
Yeah.
That's, like, the only way I can describe them, just, like, in her living room.
And we're sitting all the way in the back next to the stairs.
Yeah.
That go down into the museum, and I hated it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't like how there's no one behind me. I hate this.
Yeah.
And, like, she had 2 or 3 cats just interloping with everyone, just kind of hanging out.
Yeah.
We immediately, as soon as we sat down, all the cats came to us.
I know. The cats only wanted to be near me and Megan, and I don't know why.
Like, I remember one of the cats' names is Mark Anthony.
Yep.
Because she told me, she's like, that's Mark Anthony. I'm like, oh my God, that's the best cat name ever.
I think the other one was Maximilian,
and
too.
Maximilian. Mm-hmm. And they were very cute.
Yeah.
They were both boys, and they were like, I had one on either side of my leg. And I remember she started talking, and before we even got into the museum, we were talking about, or she showed us, like, actual video footage from the 80s of someone that was possessed.
Yeah. Like her personal home videos.
Yeah. Which, you can't find these on the internet, like, they don't exist outside of her home.
Literally just on a VCR in her house.
In a shitty TV.
Yeah.
And I had a what the fuck moment. I think you and I both, when we were sitting there, we got cats, we're near the museum, Lorraine Warren's like right in front of us, and I'm like, what the fuck have we gotten ourselves into?
Yeah, and there was no kids there either. It was only adults.
Yep.
You would have to be a sadist to bring a child to that place.
Oh, I know.
Like, I would never. Even a teenager.
I remember as a child, I didn't even like going on like dark rides.
Yeah.
With cardboard cutouts of ghosts.
Yeah.
Never mind that place, you know? Even that scared me as a kid.
By the way, can we just say we have crystals on the table right now?
We do.
Just in case.
I know. I have some crystals. I'm like, fuck it. We'll throw them on the table. Anyway. So, we're sitting there.
Yep.
We're watching this video. It's a guy on a farm somewhere in Maine or something.
I thought it was Massachusetts.
Or Massachusetts.
Yeah.
And he's got blood coming out of his eyes. He's speaking some language that probably died thousands of years ago.
And, like, it sounds like it belongs in a movie, but I swear to God, it was just on a regular VHS. You can't edit that shit.
I know. I was like, what the fuck am I watching right now?
Like, the quality was terrible. Like, there's no way it could have been possibly edited or altered in any way.
Yeah, because you could even tell. Even back then in the 80s, you think about the special effects that they had.
Yeah.
You could, if you watch, like, older movies and stuff, you can tell that it's fake.
Yeah.
This was not fake. And I swear on my life that, like, that was real.
Oh, yeah.
And it made me so uncomfortable. I was like, I wanted to, like, walk out the door uncomfortable. I'm like, I want to leave. Like, why did I come here? Why am I here right now?
Yeah.
And, like, I'm getting so rigid. And there's a priest that lives in the house, or lived. I don't know if he lives there now since the museum is gone.
Yeah.
But, he lived in the house and blessed it every day. That's the only way that they could live there and function.
Yeah.
And, like, he was standing behind me. And it made me feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
But, like, it was so oppressive in there.
Yeah.
Like, we weren't even down in the big... Because her house is kind of like a... I shouldn't say split level. It's like... Kind of.
It was basically a split level.
Yeah, because, like, the upstairs part, like, to get to the front door, you had to go over a bridge.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And to... go down, like, you had to go downstairs to go to, like, there was all these different rooms, like his office, Ed Warren's office was still down there and everything.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
And the dining room was down there. It was a very weird laid out house.
Yeah, it was, like, very bizarre.
Yeah.
So we watched that, and then we watched, like, a preview for The Conjuring or whatever, because that was coming out. So we got to see, like, a sneak peek before anyone else. That was cool. And that was the only part of it that I really enjoyed. I was like, oh, cool, movie.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, we're going downstairs in the museum now. Follow me. Me and Lauren were the first ones down there.
Oh, yeah.
And we had to walk through this fucking long, narrow hallway to get to the other side.
Oh, and there was a ton of stuff on the walls, like masks and just...
There was, like, music playing. I'm like, where am I?
I literally thought it was a haunted house. Like, just like an attraction. But we were literally in a haunted house.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, God help me.
God have mercy on my soul.
So,
and the Warrens Occult Museum is like a shed, basically.
it's like one room,
Yeah.
and everything is so... They tell you, don't touch anything, or else you'll pick up some shit. Everything is so close to you. And I'm accident prone. It's my worst nightmare, being in there. Just for that reason alone.
I know.
And...
Because there's stuff, like... The way they laid it out, too, is the stuff with the most energy and, like, the worst, you know, like, attachment to it, as on the back walls.
Yeah.
And the stuff that's still kind of bad, but not too bad, were closer to the front.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of things from, like, satanic rituals and
cults.
All kinds of weird shit.
There was the mirror from The Conjuring in there.
Yeah.
So that was bizarre to see in person.
Yep.
And... Well, so no, we walk up to the door, and it's his, or her nephew is leading the way. I can't remember his name right now.
Tony. He's the one who, basically directed the whole tour.
Yeah.
So.
Nice, really nice guy.
Yeah.
There was a photographer there, our friend Jason. Hi, Jason.
Yeah.
And
hey,
I'm
Jason.
still friends with him now, and very nice guy. You know, asked if I wanted my picture taken with Annabelle the doll, which we'll get to in a second. And I said, no.
Yeah, not just no, but hell no.
Not even next to her in the like, I didn't want a picture. I'm like, no, that's fine. I'm just gonna...
We just took a picture of the doll.
Yeah, I'm gonna politely take a picture and then leave.
Yeah.
So we walk into this museum, and we're like I said, we're the first ones in there, so we got to see it without anyone else around. Mm-hmm. It was... I don't even know how to describe it. It was like walking through, like, thick curtains.
Yeah.
It was, like, so heavy and oppressive.
Okay, and if you're an empath, or like very sensitive to energy, do not go to this place.
Please do not go there.
I'm begging you. No matter how tough you think you are, even if you aren't sensitive, just don't go.
Yeah.
Like, no matter how tough you think you are, and oh, this is all a bunch of shit or whatever, don't fucking do it. Like, I'm heeding you to not go. Because it fucked me up for a long time after, and I'll get into that later.
It affected, like, a lot of parts of our lives for, like, 6 months.
Yeah.
So, we walk into this place, and I don't even know where to start looking. There's so much stuff in there.
And we'll put up the pictures, too. We should just put up all the pictures, because
I will.
There's so much.
And there's stuff, like, layered on tables, and artwork, and
Necromonicons,
and Ouija boards, and
there's articles from, like, the White Lady and the Green Lady. It's a lot of stuff in New England.
Yeah, like cemeteries and
a lot of stuff they did cases for. Like The Conjuring 2 about the case in England.
Yep.
That's in there. Like, there's stuff from there in there. And then the Annabelle doll, which is in the back corner of this place.
So you walk in the door and you walk all the way to the right and it's in the corner.
Yeah.
I was like, when I saw it, I'm like, I can't even believe this thing is in front of me right now. I don't even know what to think. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, and if you've seen the Annabelle movie and they make this doll all creepy and like, it's a Raggedy Ann doll.
Yeah.
That's the actual Annabelle doll. And it's just in a box and it says absolutely do not open for whatever reason. Like, there's a sign on it.
Yeah, positively do not touch.
Yeah.
Or open. But in my pictures, the sign kind of like fell a little, so it says positively do not.
Yeah.
Or something. And it's kind of funny. But at the same time, it's not funny.
No, it says open underneath.
Yeah.
So.
But
don't do it. Don't open it.
Do not touch that. I didn't want to go near it. I'm like, I'm good over here.
Yeah.
And I took my pictures and I zoomed in on the lens because I didn't want to get close. I was about 6 feet away when I took them. And that was all I'm like, okay, I got a picture of her. I can go now.
Yeah.
That was it. And I don't know. It was just so crazy to see all the stuff. And the things that really disturbed me were like the masks and the dolls that were in there.
Yeah.
There was a lot of like just weird decrepit dolls, and there was one, like, if you look at it for too long it'll haunt your nightmares.
Yeah.
And I took a picture of it, but I didn't look at it directly. I'm like, I'm not taking any chances.
Yeah.
So, and there was a huge a coffin that a guy would sleep in who claimed to be like an actual vampire.
Oh, yeah.
Shit like that. And then in the very back corner there's a door, and it's Ed Warren's office was in there.
Yep.
It was very cool to see. With more stained glass windows.
I know. So much stained glass.
What's up with the stained glass in haunted places?
Yeah.
I don't get it. But and then everyone starts filing in, and like they kept the door. There's the door to get out, like from the side, and then it leads into the driveway where we pulled in.
Yeah.
And I was waiting for them to open that door. I'm like, please get me out of here.
Because we got how much time in there? 20 minutes?
20 minutes.
I think that's all we were allowed in that museum.
Yeah.
Because the time we were there, it was closer to like 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Because by 9 o'clock, no one is allowed in that museum.
Yeah.
Like, no one. Because that's when spirit activity starts in there, apparently.
Yeah.
So, I'm telling you, we got out of there like 8:35.
Yeah.
Like, we just made the cutoff.
The minute he opened that door to go out, I made a beeline. I'm like, get me out of here.
Yeah. We took as many pictures as we humanly could.
Yeah.
And then we flew out of there.
I was like, get me the fuck out.
And I'm telling you, it was like a barrier. Because the second my head was outside, I could fucking breathe.
Yeah.
Like, it was incredible. I was like, holy shit.
My head was pounding.
Yeah.
Like, we were in agony. There was a girl out there, like, smoking a cigarette, and she's like, I never want to experience anything like that again.
She was, like, frantic.
Yeah, she was, like, shaking.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
When people think that this is all hokey and a joke, and they want to shit on the Warrens, and you don't know until you actually go there. You know?
Oh, yeah. And, like, because we put a picture sermon afterwards where people were like, oh, I would fucking taunt that doll and fucking, it's bullshit.
Watch and see what happens.
Yeah, like, every time someone has taunted that Annabelle doll, they've always crashed their car and almost died.
Yeah.
Or have died.
Yeah. So, you know, probably not the best idea.
Well, actually, you know what? Go ahead and taunt the doll, because natural selection at its finest, honestly.
No kidding. You know, but it's like, no, I wouldn't wish death on anyone.
Well, I know.
But, you know, it's like...
Oh, they wouldn't die. They'd probably just get really hurt.
Yeah. But, you know, it's like... It's crazy, you know, how we are able to go there and, like, do that.
I know.
And I just think about, like... You know, a lot of people get skeptical. People, you know, think that it's a bunch of bullshit or whatever. But my answer to that is go experience it for yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I don't really think you can now.
If you want to experience something like that, you have to go to like...
And here's my... Going back to like our pet peeve episode, here's one of my pet peeves. The people who are like, oh, I want to experience ghosts. Where are the ghosts? How come the ghosts aren't here? They're not just going to pop up because you want to see ghosts. Yeah. And then you write it off as, oh, ghosts don't really exist because they're not coming out for me. First of all, you have to spiritually open yourself up to let ghosts in.
Yeah, if you're closed off, there's no way.
Yeah. So, when people do that, it gets me. And so they use shit like an Ouija board, you know, because, oh, that'll get the ghosts in or whatever. And it's like... You don't know what the fuck. You could get ghosts, but you could get demons, bitch.
Yeah.
And leading into what we're going to go into now.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of demons. So. Oh, and by the way, the end of that tour, we went to Ed Warren's grave, which is up the street, and then we got a free buffet meal.
Yeah, it was great.
That's why it was $110 or whatever. I'm like, that's totally $216 for this night.
$216 to put myself in physical peril.
Yeah.
What the fuck were we thinking?
I know.
You know, I'm like, oh my... I mean, it was a very... sobering experience.
Yeah, like I don't think we've been to a haunted place since then.
I think I had my fill after that for a long while, especially after what happened afterwards.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like at least once in your life, maybe not to that extreme, I feel like everyone should go somewhere where there's a lot of spiritual activity.
Yeah, like a ghost tour.
Yeah, like something like that. It'll really like give you a new appreciation and perception of life.
Yeah.
You know, it's a very cool, like I always tell people, I think everyone should go sit in a morgue once in a while. They do that on like Beyond Scared Straight and shit like that because it kind of gives you a perspective like, yeah, we all die someday, you know? Mm-hmm. Like we should enjoy ourselves while we can and not focus on misery and all the nasty shit.
Right.
So I say that too with, you know, haunted places. I feel like everyone should go at least once in their lives or experience it if they can, you know?
Right.
Like we said, you know, spirits they're not like dogs. They don't fucking do things on command, you know? Like, that's why, like, a lot of, like, the ghost shows, like, piss me off because they're, like, trying to, like, get them to do stuff and they're like, make a noise, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, the dead have more important things to worry about, you know? They don't have time to sit there and do fucking party tricks for you.
Well, exactly.
You know? So
it's like they'll come out when they're ready.
Yeah. It's always like when you least expect it is when it happens.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're not paying attention and whatever. At least I find.
Yeah, and like the other thing too is people think every little noise is a ghost. You know, it's like, no, sometimes buildings are just old.
Yeah, sometimes the floor expands, sometimes the walls creak.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's just air or getting trapped or things like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's not always... Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I know it's crazy, like, how we've been to so many haunted places, but this was the place that, like...
I'm done going.
Yeah, me too.
I'm done. Like, I can't do haunted shit anymore after this because... So, we finish the tour, we drive home, and I go to sleep that night. It happened that night. And I used to sleep with the lights off.
Yeah.
And to preface this, I have not slept with the lights off since this happened because I was so terrified. I would sleep with the lights off and just like a fan going because I always need to have noise. And I was asleep on my side, and I'm telling you, it was the scariest. I had sleep paralysis. It's the scariest fucking thing I ever experienced. I've never had it before in my life. and it felt like a demon was sitting on, I was on my my right side. It was sitting on the left side of my body, just bouncing up and down.
Oh my God.
It was terrifying, and I felt it right in my ear, like right in my left ear. And like, it felt real as hell. I couldn't open my eyes. I couldn't fucking move. Usually people are on their backs. I was on my side.
Yeah.
And it took a good, I'm going to say 30 seconds for me to get out of that. And I flew up out of my bed, turned all the lights on in my room. Literally, my TV, all 3 of my other lights, and I could not go back to sleep. I stayed up all night because it scared me so bad. And I was exhausted. You know, I wouldn't go to sleep till the sun came out. So I was up till probably like 7 a.m. or something.
Oh my God.
Just terrified. And then I fell asleep again, and I had a fucking dream that I was getting chased by the same demon that was sitting on me. Something followed me home from the Warrens Occult Museum, and I don't know what it was or who it was, and I don't fucking care what it was. But I had this same occurrence happen for 6 months after that happened.
Every night?
And I didn't touch a thing in there, and I still got shit following me home.
Yeah, I believe it. Happened to me too.
It was crazy.
I experienced sleep paralysis. I had dreams. I remember I was laying in the middle of like a giant like public circle, and a demon came over and screamed in my fucking ear. Yeah. And it got like right in my ear.
Yeah, they get super close to you.
And it's like didn't touch me. It just got right in my ear.
Yeah.
And I had dreams about like being on fire and oh my God. I mean, just all kinds of horrendous shit.
Yeah.
And at the time I had a boyfriend, actually the guy I dated before Chris.
Yeah.
And after I went to there, our relationship fell apart because he started cheating on me.
Yeah.
Like, it affected parts of my life, you know? And I blame that, you know?
And I think that's around the time when my ex at the time started cheating on me. Like, it's crazy.
It, like, deeply affected our lives, and our friendships, like, were starting to get a little, like, crazy, and...
Yeah.
Like, we couldn't... It felt like no matter what I did, like, my life was falling apart.
I know.
You know? Like, I completely stopped working as a mortician. I was, like, in a weird, like, transitional phase.
Yeah, what was I doing at the time? Oh, I think I just graduated from my first college, and then I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and like, it was like, it was nuts, dude. Yeah, just...
It was crazy.
I know. I hate thinking about it. I'm like, my breathing's getting weird now because I'm thinking about it.
I know, it makes me sit here.
But like,
Here, hold this.
Thanks. It like ruined... I think that's when it really started to ruin the relationship I was in, that I stayed in for an extra 4 years for whatever fucking reason. Because up until that point, we were okay. But it was like... It like, whatever that thing was, it ruined relationships with a lot of people in my life.
Yeah. And I think it's because you and I are both very sensitive that it affected us for as long. Because someone normally, maybe a couple weeks after that...
Yeah, 6 months.
6 months was about...
So from like...
from May, June, July,
to
August.
November.
Yeah.
It was like right before Christmas almost when it finally stopped.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Like, it was every day, would not leave me alone. And I was like terrified. I talked to people about it. I like tried to see what I could do. And it's like everything I tried, it just didn't work. You know? And I wasn't like possessed. It was just following me.
Yeah.
And only at night. And then it was really affecting my life. You know? I didn't mean for this to get so deep, but that's what happens.
Yeah, it's crazy. So
you want to like sit there and like joke about, oh, nothing's gonna happen and whatever. Fucking eat my ass. Because so much shit happened to me after I went to that place. And that's why I'm never going back.
Yeah, and we never really like talked about it openly,
well,
really.
I mean, how would you bring that up in a conversation?
Oh,
hey,
by
you want
way.
to hear about the time like a demon followed me for 6? Like, you just don't tell people that stuff.
Yeah, but now we are okay. It is fine. We are good. we are just going to avoid places like that for a while.
Yeah. So there's your fucking spook for you.
Yeah.
You know, try dealing with that shit. I had to envision myself in what Lorraine Warren called a Christ light every day to keep myself protected. And I literally had to seek help from people who specialize in that stuff. And, you know, I had to like do certain, I forgot what I had to do, you know, just to keep them out of my dreams. I probably should have got a dream catcher, honestly.
I mean, yeah, I had one.
I did too.
Above my bed. So I got nightmares a lot, and I experienced sleep paralysis once because I was on my back.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel anything. It just felt like normal sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It didn't feel like someone was on me.
I've experienced that so many times. Ugh. It's really scary. Where that feeling where you can't move.
Yeah.
And hearing like a deep growling in your ear as it's happening.
Yeah.
If anyone's ever had sleep paralysis, let me know if that kind of thing is happening to you too.
Email us at thegeminiarchives@gmail.com.
And just put sleep paralysis in the fucking subject line so I'll know.
Yeah, and just the whole email is like, it happened.
Yeah.
Like, that was it.
Your chair made that noise and it scared the shit out of me.
Sorry, I know this fucking chair.
Come on, I'm on edge, dude.
I'm sorry. I didn't do it on purpose.
I know, it's okay.
But all right, I think we're going to end on that note.
Yeah.
Because we're feeling a little tense now.
Yeah.
I think we're going to go, I don't know, eat some sage or whatever the hell it is, you know?
Eat sage.
Yeah.
Gonna fucking call upon my spirit guides and align my chakras and, you know.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man.
Just hold crystals for a little while. Light a candle. We
Yep.
literally do have crystals in here, by the way.
Yeah, we do.
So, well, I'm going to put in some black metal.
Yeah.
It's from a band called Frostmoon, and they're great. And I think we told the story of how you tried to get that CD, and it took like 6 months for it to come.
I wanted a physical copy of the CD so bad.
Yeah.
I found one on the internet. One.
You had to talk to the guy in like Swedish.
Yeah, the guy did not speak a word of English. I had to go through a website inside of a website inside of a website to find this guy.
Yeah.
You know, it was like Discogs, and then it was like another website that he went through, and it was all in Swedish. I'm like, I don't know what the hell this is. After poorly googly translating it, is that what I just
Google
said?
translating it.
I managed to get the CD. I paid like $30 for it, which is absurd. And I waited 6 months for that thing to come.
Yeah.
6 months later, I get this little package. It's all in Swedish. I'm like, ooh, it's my CD. And it didn't even come in a jewel case. It was just like the paper and like the CD, and I had to like put it in a case.
Yeah.
But I had it. It was there. I had everything. I was like, oh, I have it. So I have a physical copy. It's still in there, you know, with everything else.
Yeah, and they talk about Vikings. It's like Viking black metal, but like, what better for Halloween, honestly?
I mean, honestly. Ooh, it's nice and bright in here now.
Oh, finally.
The sun came out.
The sun came out after we stopped talking about demons.
Yeah.
Thank
Jesus.
God.
All right. I'm not going to look forward to editing this episode. I might have to skim through that part and be like, I don't want to hear it.
I know.
But yeah, so we're going to put in some Frostmoon, which is funny, the inspiration for our cat Frost's name.
Yeah, it came from that, and the drummer for what's it called, Satyricon.
No, not so much.
Well, that for me, that's what it was.
Oh, I was going to say the Enslaved album, Frost.
Oh, that too. It was a lot of different things.
Yeah. So
he's very black metal. And honestly, he is, because like we put on metal and he's like at peace.
Yeah.
Picasso runs straight out of the room.
Yeah.
Literally. Wants nothing to do with it.
But okay, we're going to put in that song.
Yes.
We're going to end this here. We hope you enjoyed our terror.
Yes.
That got progressively more terrifying.
I know. And enjoy it. I hope all your Halloween candy's gone because you were just fear eating like I was. Or I would be if I was listening to this.
Fear eating.
Yeah. It's like, but SpongeBob watches like, he's listening to the story of the hatch slinging slash. He's got a popcorn bucket full of his arms.
Yeah.
His arms. And he's just like eating them out of fear. Like, that's what I would do.
Oh my God. So funny.
Anyway,
we're gonna end this.
have a good Halloween, everyone.
Enjoy your happy Halloween.
Or, yeah.
Or whatever it is the pagans celebrate. Yay!
We love you too, pagans.
Yeah, we love you a lot.
Yes.
But we're gonna go. I don't know, like lay crystals on ourselves or something.
I know. And light some candles and
Yes.
sage the house. But
Literally.
yes.
But
Okay. Have a good week, everyone.
Yeah,
See
bye.
you next week for our guest episode.
oh, so exciting.
Stay tuned for that.
Yay!
So, okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye.